Time to read.
Chapter 15, page 119. "What you seen, Jelly Beans?" Mom called when she came home that evening. "A princess in her castle," Lily said, making Matt wonder if that was what she had been imagining in the tree. The way Mom looked at him made him want to confess everything to her. "A mad dad," Matt said. Mom furrowed her brows and looked over at Dad. He shook his head. "A sad dad." "Bad dad," Lily piped in, not understanding the conversation. "Is the dad sad about the lad?" Mom asked. "More glad," Dad said, crinkling his eyes. At least Dad seemed to have forgiven Matt for being late and worrying everyone. "Bad, mad, cad, dad," Lily chanted. "Egad," Mom said, and they both laughed loudly. These were the kind of conversations that made Matt wonder if he was adopted. "I'm going to whittle," he said, heading to his room. At least Lily hadn't tattled about their adventure. Matt had prepped her delicately, not wanting to make their version a big deal, but trying to keep it a secret between them. It was bad enough he might lose a client and have to start all over with only 2 weekends left. But Matt had learned something today, and when Tubbs came over the next time, Matt would start doing things right. In his room, Matt bent over his math book. What did he need for a balance sheet? Profits. How did he figure out profits again? A pain started in his stomach. Assets. Dog sleds, harnesses, gang line, sled dogs. Expenses. Coveralls, $29, dog food, $20 per month times the amount of dogs equals, question mark. Sales, 2 clients, Tubbs $30, Alex $20, total $50. 50 divided by 29, no, that's not right. 29 divided by 50 minus equals 58 cents, no, that's not right. It was no use. Matt knew how to add and subtract well enough. He could multiply as long as he had the times table cheat sheet to check. But when it came to these problems, he didn't know what he was supposed to do. Which numbers should he divide by? Or were they supposed to be multiplied? Matt ripped the sheet out of his workbook and scrunched it into a ball. He picked up his whittling knife. When he began to shape the little wooden dog's face, everything else seemed to fade. "Matt?" Mom's voice was soft as she knocked on his door. It had been a few years since she stopped tucking him in at night. He'd told her he was too old for it, but some nights he kind of missed it, like tonight. He sat up. "Yeah?" She slipped in wearing a full-length nightgown with frilly collar, a polka-dot housecoat, and boot liners. Her normal evening wear. She tiptoed toward the bed as if Matt were sleeping, and then pounced on him, tickling him everywhere at once. "Hey, Mom, stop!" he gasped. "Mom, come on!" He wriggled around, fending her off, trying not to laugh. Mercifully, she stopped and sat beside him to catch her breath. "How's your sled dog school coming along?" "Good." He flicked one of the tassels on top of his quilt. "So, tell me about it." Matt shrugged. "Tubbs is cool, but he's hard to teach. Alex is a pain, but she's easy to teach." Mom nodded sagely. "All teachers face challenges. Did you have a particularly hard day today?" "Some days are harder than others." Mom threw her head back to laugh. "Well said, that's a known fact." She chuckled to herself before becoming serious. "Want to tell me what's got you so upset? Maybe I can help." Matt glanced at the crumpled paper in his trash bin. He considered just telling her everything. How hard math was, how much he wanted to pass, and how scared he was of being sent to the remedial class. How worried he was about disappointing her. But he couldn't tell her any of that. She looked at him with that trusting expression, as if he were the smartest person in the world. She wanted him to work out how to fix his own problems. "Use your mind," she'd said, after he'd gotten into that fight with Jacob. "I'll figure it out," Matt said now. "I never doubt that. You always deal with your challenges. I know how smart you are." She tapped his forehead and then brushed his hair off his face. Matt could smell the grapefruit lotion on her hand. But her words didn't help. They just made him more anxious. He had to hide the fact that he didn't understand they were learning in math. Why didn't he, when everyone else did? Matt tugged on the tassel savagely. How would he ace this project when he was supposed to have 3 clients to report on, and now he might have only 1? And that's the end of chapter 15. Assignment report number 4, page 125. There was a hockey game at the arena this weekend, Destin said as he taped a worksheet to the wall. Since my uncle's store is right beside the arena, my hot chocolate stand was way busy. Plus, we added cookies to the menu. We charged more than double the cost of making them because my mom said people would pay 50 cents for a homemade cookie. She was right. We sold out. Hot chocolate stand by Destin Taylor. Cookie expenses, cookie mix times 3 packages, $6.72. Butter, $4.87. Eggs, $1.84. Total, $13.43. Cost of each cookie. $13.43 divided by 72 cookies equals 19 cents per cookie. Sales, lots of clients. Cookie price, 50 cents times 72 equals $36. Hot chocolate price, 50 cents times 100 equals $50. Total time to bake and sell, 5 hours. Salary, $50.57. Net income divided by 5 hours equals $10.11 per hour. Debit, credit. Income, $36 and $50 under credit. Expenses, $13.43, $22. Totals, $35.43 in debit, $86 in credit. Net income, $50.57. Ha ha, sucker, Jacob yelled. Can I go next, Mr. Moffat? I made way more than that. That's perfect, Destin, Mr. Moffat said, ignoring Jacob. Everyone, take a look at how Destin has made his calculations. Or you can also do this. He drew on the board. Parentheses, sale price minus cost per cup, end parentheses, times number of cups sold equals profit. This is what I want to see for all businesses, Mr. Moffat clapped, then looked at Jacob and sighed. Very well, Jacob. What do you have? Jacob ran to the front of the class as Destin rolled up his worksheet. My customers told their friends, and so this week I did 9 houses, he said, proudly holding up a map of Wallace Street that showed his bottle collection route. With this business growth, my sales have grown. As he held up a piece of cardboard with a chart drawn on it, Matt's heart sank. Everyone in the class so far had shown an increase in their business. Today, he was supposed to show Mr. Moffat his numbers after getting 3 clients. Matt rubbed his palms over the rough material of his jeans. Good job with the math, Jacob, Mr. Moffat said. That's the way to do business. Happy customers make great advertising, but I'm amazed you were able to find so many willing to give their bottles away. Mr. Moffat squinted at the map again and shrugged. Okay, whom haven't we heard from? Matt stayed absolutely still in his chair. Matthew, almost missed you. How are your lessons? Matt walked slowly to the front as he tried to come up with what to say. When he turned to look at everyone, he hardly noticed the way they stared at him. He was too busy trying to think fast. My lessons are improving, he began. We started using 4 dogs and now we've doubled that. 100% increase in dogs. Well, I guess that sounds like some good growth. Mr. Moffat scratched his head, looking confused. I'm not sure what that means, but I trust you do, and that's what matters. I'm glad the operation of the business is a success, but do you have any numbers to show us? Operating costs include things like coveralls that I had to provide for the client. They cost $29. My assets include Foo and Grover and Fester and Tonka and Savage and Atlas and... Yes, Matthew, thank you. Now you need to provide those numbers on paper so you can show us you know how to do the math. Mr. Moffat stood and to Matt's relief addressed the rest of the class. I want to see net sales, profit and loss statements, and how much you're making per hour, just like we've been learning since September. One more report before the assignment is due, people. Matt nodded and smiled to show how confident he felt. It was becoming easier to stand up here. He could even look at Rhonda and Jeff in the front row, and Mr. Moffat could hear him now. No more mumbling. When he sat back down, he let out a breath. He had another week to find more clients and to figure out the numbers.